Hey guys, you guys are welcome to our tutorial on the MBBS Niger. Do remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on TikTok, and like our Facebook page. Okay, so today we'll be comparing the cerebellum and the cerebrum histologically. Okay, guys. So just find a drink as we take on this lecture. So the question is compare and contrast the cerebral cortex and the cerebellar cortex histologically. Okay, compare and contrast the cerebral cortex and the cerebellar cortex histologically. So first of all, we'll be doing the comparison. So we said that both of them develop phylogenetically from the archicortex, paleocortex to the neocortex. Both of them are made up of granular and stellate cells. Both have both have neuroglial cells interposed in all or some of the layers. Both are made up of molecular and granular layers. Okay. So how about the contrast? This is where we have the bulk of the work. Okay. This is where we have the bulk of the work. So based on contrast, we say that the cerebrum consists of 6 cell layers comprising of the molecular, the outer granular, the outer pyramidal, the inner granular, the inner pyramidal, and the fusiform layers. And my memory aid for remembering this is M O O I F. This is like morph. The first M is what? Molecular layer. O is what? Outer granular. The other O is outer pyramidal. The other I is inner granular. The other I is what? Inner pyramidal. The F is what? Fusiform layers. Okay. While the cerebellum has 3 layers only comprising of the molecular, the Purkinje cell layer, and the granular layers. Okay. So this is the cerebellar cortex. I was able to get the cerebellar cortex. I could see that it has only 3 layers. Unlike the cerebrum that has what? 6 layers. Okay. These layers are the molecular layer, the Purkinje cell layer, and the granular cell layer. So let's differentiate them based on the types of cells that can be found in these layers. Of course, the cerebrum will still have more layers and cells, right? So the cerebrum is made up of 6 various cells comprising of pyramidal cells of Betz, fusiform cells, cells of Martinotti, stellate cells, horizontal cells of Kajal, and granular cells. The cerebellum have 5 cell types comprising of Purkinje cells, granular cells, Golgi cells, stellate cells, and basket cells. Okay, so still I still brought the image of the cells of the cerebellum. Okay, you could see the Purkinje cells, you can see the stellate cells, you can see the basket cells. There are other types of cells too. Okay, and remember the layers: molecular layer, Purkinje layer, granular layer. So based on arrangement of cells in the various layers, okay, the arrangement of cells in the cerebrum is heterogeneous because some of the cells are seen in different layers and not specific to a particular layer. Okay, while in the cerebellum the arrangement is homogeneous because cells here are specific to a layer. Okay, how about the presence of arborization? I have the definition of arborization down here. So arborization is absent in the cerebrum but present in the cerebellum. Okay, so arborization is like fine branching at the end of a nerve or structure. Okay, you can see all those arborization in the cerebellum, all those fine branches. Okay, they are present in the cerebellum. How about the based on the presence of neuroglia? I will say that the cells of the cerebrum are interposed with neuroglial cells in all cell layers, okay, while the cerebellum are not interposed with neuroglial cells in all cell layers, okay. The cerebellum is not interposed with neuroglial cells in all layers, just some layers. Okay. I think this is still an image of the cerebellum. I didn't show much of the cerebrum though, because we have so much videos on the cerebrum, and in one of these videos you could just suit yourself. Okay, so this is the arborization. That's a fine branching. Okay, it's absent in the cerebrum. Okay, so these guys that's the contrast and comparison of the cerebral cortex and the cerebellar cortex histologically. Okay, so see you guys in the next tutorial, and bye for now.